Now this is the third video of your chapter Force and Pressure. Now we are going to study about the pressure exerted by the liquids in this video. Now you know that all the liquids have got weight. So the liquid also exerts, due to this weight, the liquid exerts pressure on the base of the vessel in which it is kept. Now see this figure. You see a container in which the liquid is kept. This is a vessel in which the liquid is kept. Liquid can be anything, not only always water. Now this is the base of the vessel. This is called the base of the vessel. So liquid is going to exert pressure downwards. And the pressure which is exerted by a liquid is given by the formula pressure is equal to force upon area. Now in this case, what is force? Force is the weight of the liquid, means how much mass, weight actually, the formula of the weight is mg, where m is the mass of the liquid and acceleration due to gravity. More you are going to put the mass of the liquid in the vessel, more pressure it is going to exert, because its weight will become more, as pressure is directly proportional to force. So more the mass of the liquid in the vessel, more will be the pressure exerted by it. So force is the weight of the liquid and area is the area of the base of the vessel. So area, we are going to take it as the base of the vessel in which the liquid is kept, or the container. Now the instrument which is used to measure the liquid pressure is known as a manometer. So manometer is a device which is used to measure pressure exerted by liquids. And they have written few lines to show how does it look like. It is a description of the manometer. It consists of a U-shaped tube which is kept open at one end. It is filled with liquid, commonly mercury, and it has got a scale also to measure pressure. Now the liquid, or the pressure exerted by the liquid, depends on the depth of the liquid. So as you go deeper, the pressure will increase. At the top of the surface, the pressure is not that as much as you go deep inside the water. So the pressure of liquid in a liquid is not the same at all depths. The pressure exerted by liquid changes with the depth in the liquid. The pressure exerted by a liquid increases with increasing depth inside the liquid. The pressure exerted by a liquid is small at the surface. At the surface, the pressure exerted by the liquid will not be that much. It will be very small. But as we go deeper into the liquid, the pressure of liquid increases. As the depth of liquid increases, the weight of the liquid column pushing down from above also increases, because I told you the weight of the liquid depends on the mass of the liquid. As you go deeper into the liquid, the mass of the liquid is increasing. Above increases, and hence the pressure also increases. Now if I take up this much level, here the mass of the liquid is quite less. So at this depth, we always see the depth from above. If I see this depth, the mass of the liquid is lesser. then what I am going to see here. So this is your depth D1, this is your depth D2. In the depth D1, the mass is lesser than, because I am telling you to see the depth from the top. So you see that D2 is greater than D1, and the mass of the liquid in the second depth is this much. So it will be more than the mass of the liquid in D1. So weight will become more. So when weight is more, pressure will be, because weight is force, the pressure will also increase. So that is why as you go deeper into the liquid, the pressure increases. That is why divers which go deep into the sea, they wear special suits in order to withstand high pressure at deep inside the sea. Now, in order to explain how does, with the increase in the depth, the pressure increases. See, this diagram is given to you, and it is written under the diagram, pressure in a liquid increases with depth. Now you see this is a container which is holding water in it. There are 4 holes at position A, B, C and D. You see at the position D, the hole which is at the position D is quite deep in comparison to A. Then C also, then B also. C is deeper than B, D is deeper than CBA, and B is deeper than A, as you can see also. And if you are going to put holes in it, water will eject out through these holes. You see how much distance the water has travelled in the case of A. It has travelled only this much. Only this, with this much pressure the water is coming out. And the hole at the B is exerting more pressure than A. Hole at C is exerting more pressure. That is why water is coming out with the greater pressure. So when it is going to come out with the greater pressure, it is going to cover a larger distance. So water at D is covering the maximum distance. So that is why it shows that the pressure increases with the depth from above. Now from this activity we come to know one more property of liquid, that it not only exerts pressure with the depth only, it is not that with the depth only the pressure is increasing, but it shows that the liquid is exerting pressure on the walls of the container, on the sides of the container. It is exerting pressure on the sides of the container also. So from this conclusion we can also draw from the above activity that liquid also exert pressure on the walls of the vessel in which they are stored. So the sideways pressure exerted by liquid also increases with the depth of the liquid. Now you must have seen that the wall of the dam which is constructed in order to store water, the walls of the dam are made thicker at the bottom than at the top. You can be asked this as a reason why it happens so. Why? You have to give the reason. Reason is so as to tolerate very high sideways pressure exerted by deep water which is stored in the reservoir of dam. Because the pressure exerted at the bottom of the vessel is highest. So that is why the walls at the bottom are made thicker in the dams than at the top. Now they have given you one more activity to show that greater will be the weight of the liquid, greater will be the sideways pressure. As you see in the A figure, there is a balloon attached to it of a rubber sheet, and this is a plastic bottle, this is a glass tube, and this is a thin rubber sheet. For that you can take up a balloon. Now in the second figure you see water is poured in it. When the water is poured in it, water is going to exert the sideways pressure. With the sideways pressure, what you find? That the rubber sheet of the balloon will bulge out. What you see in the third figure? More water has been put as comparison to the second figure. Now in the second figure you see depth is only this much. This is the depth of water. But in the third figure you see depth is from here till here. Now you see that in the third figure the depth of the water is more as compared to the depth of the water in the second figure. So with more depth, the bulging out of the rubber sheet is also more than what it was in the second figure. So liquid exerts pressure on the walls of its containers, and the liquid pressure increases with increasing depth. Now we are going to study about the Pascal's law. It is very important law. You have to learn this law. It is important law which was stated by the French scientist Blaise Pascal, and the figure is shown here also. He observed that the pressure in a fluid he means to talk about the liquid as well as gases, at rest is the same at all points. Now the pressure you see is exerted by the liquid in this confined liquid in a confined container is the same. All the pressure, the water is coming out through these holes with the same pressure, is the same at all points if they are at the same height. So what does the Pascal law states? Pascal law states, from here you have to learn, any force, now here you see the force is applied from above. When a force is applied from above, it is going to give pressure to the liquid. Force applied to a confined liquid is transmitted uniformly. As I told you, the water is ejecting out with the same pressure, uniformly in all directions throughout the fluid.